The height of a helicopter in feet is given by the following equation. S of t equals 600t minus 2t cubed after t minutes. For this question, we want to ask what is the acceleration of the helicopter at time t equals 2. So we haven't asked about acceleration yet. We're going to go ahead and do it, and you're going to find it's going to be really easy. Step 1 is to write out what is given algebraically. Again, these are steps for motion problems. We've been doing several of these, and as you do more and more, you're going to get more and more comfortable with solving them. So S of t equals 600t minus 2t cubed. That was indeed the equation they gave us in the problem. Okay, so I figured out after doing this that I've actually written this out before. So we're going to go ahead and just go to what I've written out. Step 2 is to convert what is given verbally to algebraic expressions. Well, we were told that the time was t equals 2, so we're going to go ahead and just write that out. And now we want to talk about what is the question asking. Well, it asks what's the acceleration. So we want to figure out a of t. And a of t, specifically a of 2, right? Now, the thing that I want to write here that's not written here already is that a of t is just s double prime of t. Okay? It's the second derivative of position. It's the first derivative of velocity, which is why we always want to draw our relationship map. In other words, if you're starting with position and you take the second derivative, you end up at the acceleration. It goes position, velocity, acceleration. The more you write this map, the much more comfortable you're going to be when solving motion problems, because without this map, it's very difficult to keep track of which direction to go as far as the derivative and the integral. Step 5 is to solve the problem using either initial value or derivative procedures. So in this case, we'll be taking the derivative twice. So velocity is the first derivative, which is this, which we've already done in the previous example. The second derivative would give you acceleration. So if you notice, the derivative of 600 is 0. The derivative of negative 6t squared is negative 12t. So therefore, our acceleration equation, let's use pink for that, is negative 12t. And since we want to figure out a of 2, then we will simply just plug in 2 in for t. And that tells us that our acceleration is negative 24 at time t equals 2. Pretty interesting. Again, we're going to look at the graphs and we're going to see exactly what's going on here. Let's go ahead and write our answer verbally. Again, we always want to write a verbal answer to the question. So the helicopter is decelerating. It says deceleration. It should say decelerating, ing, at a rate of 24 feet per second squared. And those, it actually should be feet per meter squared. My apologies again. Not meters, sorry, feet per minute squared. Okay, feet per minute squared. Okay, because the unit's in minutes. A helicopter is decelerating at a rate of 24 feet per minute squared. So what does that mean? How is deceleration different from velocity? Well, best way to look at this, and by the way, we need to say at time t equals 2 minutes. Right? So what does it mean to be decelerating? And furthermore, how can a helicopter be decelerating if it's rising? That's a great question. So let's take a look at the graph. So here's its position of the helicopter. Okay, so it's rising. It gets to 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. It's rising as time goes on. But notice what's happening to the tangent line. The tangent line is decreasing, and you can really start to see that right here over the hump. The tangent line becomes 0, right? But it's always going down, okay? The tangent line is always getting more and more negative, right? It's getting more, it's just the slope of it's decreasing, right? What does that mean? Well, if you look at the velocity function, I didn't mean to do that, 1 second. If you can look at the velocity function, you can see the tangent line is positive from 0 to 10 and negative afterwards. So its velocity goes from positive to negative. But because the tangent line is always decreasing, or always becoming, the slope is decreasing. Because the slope is always decreasing, that means the velocity basically is always decreasing, right? And if the velocity is always decreasing, then acceleration is always going to be negative, okay? So Let's take a look at the acceleration graph. We can actually see it's a straight line, and it starts at 0 but always goes down. So why is that? Well, it's because the helicopter, when it starts out, look at its velocity. It's really fast, but its velocity is decreasing. That's what deceleration is. If you step on the pedal of a car and you slowly let off the pedal, your car will decelerate even though you're still moving forward. And so again, if we take this green dot and imagine it to be the helicopter, yes, it starts out fast, but it slows down. Okay, and that indicates a negative acceleration. One way I've heard it said is if the position is positive and the velocity is negative, then the acceleration will be negative. I'm sorry, if the position is positive and the velocity is decreasing, the acceleration will be negative, and it makes sense. So yes, the helicopter is decelerating 24 feet per minute at time t equals 2, which you can see right here on the acceleration graph. Okay, that's it for this question on the helicopter decelerating at t equals 2 minutes. If you have any questions about it, let me know.